I think you're right. It's such a modern thing of like, you just want the reward without the work. But actually, the work is kind of what makes the reward amazing. You train. Obviously, I failed the marathon because I'm injured. But what I was experiencing is you train super hard and you put in all the work. And then the actual race day is more like a celebration because you put in so much work. But if you showed up on the day, no training to do a marathon, even if you were fast enough, even if you could run far enough without the training, you wouldn't get the same, I think, like reward out of it as you would with all the training and all the months and all the hard work put in. And I think that's like, it's the same with like get rich quick schemes that you have on the internet. Everybody just wants the thing straight away. But you intrinsically love running. And I want to read another quote to you, if that's okay, from you, which I love from another interview. We need to live in harmony. We need to live in peace. And that's what I'm actually working for. Can you tell us about that quote and about why you run and how you're helping to create that peace through what you're doing?
I said you need to live in harmony. You need to live in peace in order for you to be successful, enjoy running and enjoy life. What I mean is this: if your mind actually is in peace and your environment actually is in harmony, then it gives you the good and the best time to train, to relax, to enjoy life with the family, and to actually put on the whole work. If there is no harmony in your life, if there is no peace in your life, you cannot do anything at all. You cannot even finish your training because your mind is full. Your mind is not in a peaceful way, in a peaceful manner, whereby you can think and do the trainings the way you want in an enjoyable way. And if you are not in harmony with people, if you are not in harmony with yourself, with the family, and with all sorts of people surrounding you and the general environment, then you cannot move. You can't even actually make one step. So the good thing is that you walk fast with your peace surround about it. You make your surrounding peaceful. You make all your teammates actually to talk in a peaceful way. You create that harmony in your environment, and you are ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, just to bring it back, because I really want to kind of ask in a really straightforward way, and for our listeners, and I think a clear answer here might be quite insightful for those listening. If I had to ask you, Eliud Kipchoge, why do you run? Or what would you tell me?
I run because running is life. What I mean is this. I run first is that to make myself healthy and fit, to make my mind actually think in a good way, to make my body actually fit and allow me to sleep and eat in a good way. Above all is that running actually has exposed myself that I can inspire someone around the world to run and enjoy life. And that's why I always say, let us make this world a running world. And if all of us, we can make this world a running world, then it will be a better world, a united world, and a peaceful world.
What do you think the average person, like just anybody who hasn't run before, or everybody runs a little, but somebody who's not getting into running, what do you think that one person can get from beginning to run as well, even if it's not as far, even if it's not as fast? What do you think we can gain from running?
I always say the only place where freedom is in running. So if you are not running, you are a prisoner.
Wow. I mean, what kind of that doesn't need to be these long distances. That's part of my question. Does it need to be timed, or is like kind of a run in the park? Is that enough? Would you say to an average person?
It doesn't mean whether you run long or short, but get out of your door. Get shoes, put on your shoes, put on your attire, run for 40 minutes, 1 hour. You enjoy that freedom actually during running. Get those ideas which are coming in and put in paper. And if you get out of your door and run, that's how to enjoy life. It's not about running for 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, or running a marathon. It's about getting out of your door and run. Just getting out of the door and just run. Run for 40 minutes, 1 hour, and you feel that freedom. You feel that freedom actually in running, both in your body and in your mind.
I think running is one of those things where it takes a second. You have to get the fitness to be able to enjoy the run, because at the beginning, what you're actually doing is suffering. Like when if you're unfit, for example, you start running and you feel it's very difficult. But once you start to get into a rhythm and you can run 5 kilometers, for example, even without worrying, it feels amazing, and it feels like you're free. Yeah. So I guess that's kind of what the normal person can get before they try running.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would say though, just to push back on Ollie and get your opinion there. Do you think that maybe suffering in running is a necessary part of it? Do you think it's good to suffer a little bit?
It's pain and suffering actually are two crucial or important actually values. We need to know and respect pain. We need to have ways of nurturing pain. Pain is part of life. Pain is part of running. And if you can nurture that pain, respect that pain, then you are ready to go. You are ready to run for long. We don't actually accuse and say, no, it's painful or we suffer. No, that suffering is what makes you a person. That suffering is what makes you a human being. Anybody running can solve any problem anywhere, in any section, in any profession at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with David Goggins. Have you heard of him? No, David Goggins. Anyway, he's a runner. He's not really Olympic runner, but he's also kind of this mentality that running's like a good way to kind of deal with pain, deal with suffering, and also kind of like diving headfirst into it. I guess coming from that, do you see sometimes running as also a really good antidote to bad mental health nowadays in 2024, where mental health is really spoken about, and there seems to be this issue with people being depressed and stuff. Do you think running is a good kind of cure for that?
Running actually is the medicine. It's running cures every disease. I always say running is like movement. I always say, let us move. And I'll give you an example. If you can make movement a bill, or if you can bottle movement, then you'll be the richest person in this world. If any human being can bottle movement one day, that 500 milliliters of actually bottled movement will be sold at the cost of $1 trillion. So if you happen to bottle it, let us bottle it and sell it. We'll be the richest people in this world. So running is the cure for any disease. They say if you feel actually stressed, get out of your door and run, and you'll actually come back when you are free.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that clip from our interview with Eliud Kipchoge. Seems like you did, since you made it this far. If you want to check out the full-length interview, you can click right here to get more wisdom and knowledge from the man himself. Want to get faster? Click right there.